Well, surprise, surprise. I can't move around much up here because the signal lacks a lot. We're at Debbles Point. This is up by 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗃 Lighthouse on the other side of the bay. You may be familiar with parking up at 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗃 Point and looking out in this general direction, but I don't know how many of you have actually been where I am right now. We went here once, twice before in live vlogs, but we had promised to come back in this direction when it had another big swell. Because the times we've been here, it's been quite small. We haven't been experiencing this kind of sensation. I can't see how long either. There's a squall coming in, and also the waves are hitting the cliff behind me and sending huge sets of spray up and down to where I am. So I just want to share this with you as I am here. I'm already wet, so it doesn't make a difference. Anyhow, we're just going to go around the point. I'll show you what it looks like from here. We're right around the point because we are seeking shelter from the squall and the rains that are presently coming in. But this is Debbles Point, and this is up by 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗃 Point in the parish of St. Philip. I've been up here with some huge north swells before that were terrifying. Where I'm standing right now, it's still not bad. There's still a swell coming in. I've seen some guys at South Point. I've seen a few guys up as well, almost by freights, having a look at it anyhow, but not surfing yet, nothing there yet. But the outside channel of 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗲 is looking interesting, so we may see something on the south or very southern section, like more of a southy section later on today. But I want you to get the sensation of what it's like here with the bigger ocean coming through compared to when we were here the last few times. So outside reef comes right around, pretty much all around the southeast section of the island here. You'll find it like around the Crane and Foul Bay and stuff, etc. off of Sam Lords at a different angle. But right now we're beyond Sam Lords actually. We're just up in the very easternmost point of the island. Just give you a sensation of the power and what up here is like right now. Here we go. Quite amazing. Oh, I feel a lull in the wind and I see a little break here, so let me ease around the point just a little bit, let you see the outside reef before the next set comes through, or before the next squall comes. We're not going right out the very point because we already know there would not be safe. So we're just looking at it from here to give you a side-on sensation of what it's like to be the big swells out here. You've been at 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗃 Point probably and seen big surf coming in on the outside. These are the cliffs you're presently standing on where the steps are. Hopefully the signal is good enough, you all can enjoy this here. We will be tracking along the road if I see anything that is interesting. Again, I should say, because we already found something interesting. We get back to you, just let you see what you have to come down in case you were ever thinking of coming down here. Please do not come down here in these conditions though. I do know here fairly well, and I do know the general motion of the ocean and stuff, so I wouldn't advocate you coming down here. I would love to take you up there and show you how steep it is just beyond that hole itself. Very, very steep. Again, one section you have to step down about 3.5 to 4 feet. So it's not something you can really just come down here per se. You have to sort of be fairly agile and strong. Remember, what goes down must come up, or what goes up must come down. Your choice of whichever way you want to look at it. Camera soaked with sea spray because we got caught coming down through that same aisle that we were just showing you from a swell that was hitting the cliffs on the other side, and quite a heavy splash came over. Nothing that was worrying about pushing me out of the way or anything like that. I would not take that chance. But definitely a heavy soaking, so we're going to go up and wipe off all this equipment, get ourselves ready for our next stop. But again, Debbles Point, which is up by 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗃 Lighthouse. That's 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗃 Lighthouse in the distance there, so you know where we are. And just on the cliff here where we are, there's a weather station for the Barbados Meteorological Service. So if you know where that is when you're looking from 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗃 Point looking out to the southeast, you will see that weather station on the cliff with all the radar dishes and stuff on it. We descend just from the east of that. But again, this is something I would definitely recommend exercising caution in. Don't come out here unless you're very, very sturdy. Even in good conditions, don't come out here unless you're very sturdy. It's not an easy place to get down or get back up from unless you're agile. I know, you're hold tight. I know for, wow, check that spray. Oh, isn't that a beauty? Woo, let me hide this here quick because that came right over the cliff behind me again. Just soaked us one more time from the other direction. Oh my goodness. Alright, so anyhow, I know you want to see if it's the truth. It is the truth. Soaked. But we do this for you. That's what the EMC is all about. Bringing something different perspective. There's beauty in the color right here. So just enjoy it. Hopefully everyone will be safe. Praying for our neighbours to the west of Barbados. We're going to get some spirals this afternoon and stuff. They're predicting some rains and things. However, I don't know how drastic it will get. Don't think it's going to get too terrible here, but poor St. Lucia and others in the path, be careful please, and praying for you, praying for your safety. Catch y'all later, guys. See y'all later. Alright, so we really weren't coming back on at this location, but I'll just show you on top of the cliff view as well, from where we were just now at Debbles Point. We were talking about the weather station. This is it here. And then we were talking, of course, at the 𝗳𝗂𝗃 Point Lighthouse. What we did not talk about when we were down in the lower section of the cliff is a place called Spring Bay. For those of you surfers, may know this here. Some of you may not know about it. Very hard to access now because they had a recent landslide in that area, or landslip in that area I should say. Directly in the center of the screen, that's Spring Bay. If you've ever heard of it, right now no sand really there because obviously it's a big swell, the tides are quite high, a lot of surge going in there. However, that is a really great little surf break known as 𝗳𝗃 Point. That's just slightly outside of that beach itself. That beach at certain times in summer, especially if it's quiet conditions, can be way out almost to those rocks, the first set of little rocks you see in the water there. All those rocks in the side section normally cover, but that slip we talked about is the discolored, the slightly different coloured section of the cliff there. You can see there's an actual coconut tree and thing on some growth. That's what slipped in recent times. Now recent times would be 20 years, because I don't think I've been out there surfing for about that long. And before we started our vlogs up to like a year ago, 2 years ago, that slip was not there. So sometime in that kind of time frame, maybe 10-15 years I would say probably. But that is 𝗳𝗃 Point Lighthouse, and to give you the perspective from on top of the cliff, we can be coming a lot of wind. Hopefully this microphone is really doing or playing a role, therefore you will probably still be able to hear me. But look how beautiful out here it is. Look. So I have thrown off all of my wet clothes and have put on another pair of dry baggies. I don't know what I was doing wearing a shirt earlier on today. That is not what I normally do, but anyhow, that's being soaked down. Feeling pretty good right now. It's beautiful out here, lovely breeze. Nothing that's blowing you away, but definitely a strong breeze, more than what you'd expect because the consistency of it, although we get gusts like this all the time, the consistency of it is good today, really nice. But it's beautiful up here. Remember, if you are ever thinking of venturing up here, we urge caution going down in that lower section. Actually, we don't even advocate you go down there. If you decide to go down there, you exercise all caution. It is not safe down there. If you fall off the cliffs or anything like that, you're in some serious trouble unless you know how to handle these rough conditions and currents and stuff that are associated with that here under normal conditions. So we get blown around a little bit. That's alright, that's not a problem. We will find more shelter sections later on. But this is a view again from on top here at Debbles Point. I'll show you a little bit more of what it looks like. Here we go. If you all thought I was not going to get my own camera time today, you've got to be joking. How beautiful. You know, the rough area, beautiful. We can be cruising along the coastline again, as I said, in a lot of different areas, but not too sure how much we're going to bring. But if there's anything that's really exciting and stuff, we will most definitely do so. But we will be looking and watching surf as it starts to build with the incoming swell and stuff, and see what's going on. Just to let you know, schools are open today up until 1 p.m. and all businesses are open at the moment. I haven't heard any early shutting here in the island. So that's the situation here. We're expecting this evening to get some strong gusts, very strong gusts, and some squalls and heavy rains with the outer feeder bands. That is expected as well. So whatever we can show you, we will do so. Enjoy your day, be at peace. You know, we haven't done our serenity prayer yet, and that's something that I really would like to do this morning. It's important for all of us, especially those that are in the line of this system. So what we do is look at the 𝗳𝗃 Point Lighthouse to get out the wind a little bit so we can say our serenity prayer together. Those who'd like to join us, please do. All others will be back with you in a few moments. This is a prayer for peace and comfort and direction and guidance. It's a very strong prayer. It has saved me many times. So hopefully when you say it and you hear it and you understand it and you feel it, you will see how little you're responsible for. All you have to do is just take care of that section that you're responsible for. That's all. That's you, your attitude, your personality, your responses, your replies. Everything else should be tapered down to be the kind of person that you are striving to be. Have a great day. We're going to say that serenity prayer now. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Go forward today and spread the word of peace and happiness and love, people. Catch you all later on. So before I get out, I have a couple of disclaimers first. Number one is that the signal here is really bad, so I'm hoping you will get the visions and be able to see everything and not too pixely. Two is it's going to be an extremely short vlog, this one here, because the winds are so intensely strong where we are. And well, that was it. 3. Winds are strong, short vlog, and get ready for a blow, because I want to show you up here at 𝗲𝗍𝗃 Point from the other direction. I just keep the truck at the moment blocking us, the sun wind block. This is 𝗲𝗃 Point, Lighthouse, East Point, Lighthouse. I know many of you all would know this angle, so I want to show you it. But the winds out here are real strong, so you might get some gimbal movement and all kind of erratic behavior and stuff, but the only way I can show you is doing it this way, and that's the best I can do. So here we go. But have a look at it. It's beautiful out here. Very strong winds coming in here now. Well, I say very strong, they are certainly not normal daytime conditions unless there's a little tropical wave or something coming in, but not superly strong. Swell has not really got here yet. The predictions of the huge swell that's coming with this system is not here yet. It's just wild and crazy. Yeah, we're gonna blow all over. All right, we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna go manual from here. All right, that's where we were earlier on, Debbles Point. So you would know, you can see out there the spray that's coming up in the section that we were at, and coming over the top of the cliff and coming down the actual steps. So not a place to go and venture today. And as I said before, very strong winds here, so I'm hoping you'll hear me. If you're not, well, no problem, you're seeing for sure. This is 𝗲𝗃 Point Lighthouse. I just let someone have queried there. This is the easternmost tip of Barbados. We are doing freestyle right now, so excuse the jitteriness and the bumping, but the gimbal cannot handle this for sure. Alright, this is another view. Just want to show you from this area from a different direction, which we've now done. We're going to be moving on from here, and don't know what we're bringing yet. The intense or more intense conditions supposed to happen this afternoon, this evening, into tonight. So we'll see how that goes. We may bring you something again. If it does get nice and a little bit wilder or better swells and stuff, we most definitely bring you some of that. But again, from 𝗲𝗃 Point Lighthouse, 𝗏𝗃 St. of course, in Barbados, I bid you farewell for now. Stay safe. Keep spreading that love. Keep with that smile on your face. It will help someone else get through this hard day. Catch you later. Well, the swell is small still, but it's getting a much better line than it was earlier on Freights Bay. You would have just seen our surfologist, Ryan, dropping on that swell and riding it. Obviously he's looking for a bigger swell today, and we expect a bigger swell here, but just want to show you all as it's passing. Any of you are heading up here to surf, you see what it is. It's not really ready yet, so don't rush too much. And any of those that have never seen Freights Bay will come and have a look at it later on. It should get pretty good this afternoon, hopefully. See how it goes with the swell size. You know, just a little touch off here, just a quick something for you from the Freights Bay area. We did check some of the other spots coming on, really not really anything to show, but the scenery is so beautiful anyhow. I think it's worth seeing for sure. Once more, love to you all from all of us in the EMC. If you're on here for the first time, you don't know what we are or who we are, please send me a friend request. That way we not only enable the option of putting in a comment if you would like, but you can also get our alerts and stuff whenever we go online. And also you'll get a map from Barbados from us with our own names and stuff on it, and a little bit of information that will bring you up to speed quickly, so you would understand how to follow us and how to join us. Follow as in follow the channel, join us as in walk by our sides on our own journeys. Alright, so we're just going to watch this little piece of set coming in, because it looks like a little something coming. See how it forms up, and then we're going to say cheerio for now. Not that great a set, but still something you can surf on those big huge boards. Awesome. Great stuff. Alright, catch y'all later guys. See y'all, greetings from Barbados. Stay safe, stay cool, and be peaceful and happy. Catch you later.